February 3rd, welcome back. Daddy's Podcast. I appreciate that you all tuned in to hear myself and a very special person who's in my village come talk to me and just help me enjoy life. I've been knowing this guy all his life. And from there, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Talk to him, Marcus.
Well, I'm the youngest of four. Big bro over here, happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Little brother Marcus, youngest of the crew.
He the youngest of the twins.
But the tallest of the crew.
But the tallest.
You know, we just get it started. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, Marcus. I'm glad that you are here with me. You look just like another guy that I just interviewed last week, man. You look just like him.
Reese.
People gonna think y'all the same people.
We are.
You say y'all lie. Y'all been in the same. These guys been in the same bedroom since Mama brought y'all home in 1978.
No doubt.
And y'all was in the same from the house on 102nd and May.
Right.
To college.
Right.
To grad school.
Right.
And then when y'all graduated from grad school, is that when y'all split up?
Well, yeah, well, we still came home when we stayed in Country Club Hills. We could have switched rooms, but we didn't. You know, we just wanted to stay in the same room and just, I don't know. And we ain't want to switch.
The same bedroom since they was born to their 20s.
Till he moved with you and I moved with Mom.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But tell the world, how did you meet me, man? Tell the world our relationship.
Well, I don't remember that key moment.
Okay.
But, I just remember probably about 4 years old, I had a older brother and older sister, and just remember just want to be like you because you're the only the boy we had that to look up to, so that I guess when I was 4, that's when I guess I really remember when I met you, so.
Wow, that's cool.
That's dope.
That's cool. And shout out to Latisse. He mentioned our sister, Latisse.
Right.
Shout out.
Cause one of y'all had one had Maurice and the other one had me. So.
Yep. Well, y'all came home from the hospital.
That's
We
right.
said, okay, that's my baby. That's my baby.
That's right.
And we looked out for y'all ever since.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for coming. But let's go on and get into it. As far as my son's podcast, I like to always begin by sending out a shout so the world can know that Black fathers are in their kids' lives. So is there a father figure that you would like to shout out that really helped you? If so, please say his name to the world, give that man his flowers, and give some examples or whatever that you want to express about this man that you're going to speak of.
Definitely. Well, my biological father, Greg.
That's the real
Jackson,
big Greg.
The first, but of course, him and my mom separated when I was, I can't even remember, probably like 4. So my brother called our Uncle Walt, I call him Junior. He's my first father figure because when we was like 10 years old, I seen this guy with an afro coming in our house, but now I understood why he came to help my mother out, a single mother, and just made sure that the 4 of us was taken care of, and he was my first father figure, but also you too, Greg, was a father figure to us because me and Maurice looked up to you because Junior, he did things differently, but just the way you moved, went to school, and how you carry yourself. So we looked at you. We looked at you as a father figure, and we always say you kind of took, you was like our shield. You kind of took the wound, you shielded us. You kind of took the bullets for us. You shielded us. The things that happened throughout your life, we have learned from, and we move differently. Just some certain things that we just look for far, but you probably never knew. So that was definitely a father figure for me and my twin brother. And we talk about it a lot. So I have 2. I have you, and I have Big Junior.
Oh, man.
No doubt.
Thanks for that, little bro. That was hard. I want to think of words to say after that, but I can't. that was just real?
Well, I know, and it's hard, and I know that we gonna get into it talking about my nephew, Greg the third. But we always said that that was of course that's your first child, but you raised kind of us as children too. You ain't birthed us, but you raised us. So we always wanted to give you your flowers for that too.
Thanks, little bro. No, man, I'm going to stay happy today. Thank you.
That's right.
I appreciate
no
that.
doubt.
I appreciate that love on that one, man.
No doubt.
Definitely. Okay, and Big Walter, I want to send it out to you too. Uncle Junior, my mother brought Uncle Junior back from Denver. My mother was a single mom. And she used to pay Miss Ancelard to babysit us when we went to school.
Right.
And I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I know she sent for Junior to come back from Denver, and he became our babysitter, so Mom didn't have to pay Miss Ancelard every week.
Man, just the thing about it as a father now, just how hard that was, and she was doing it by herself before, and we
weren't making it easy.
We weren't making it easy.
He called every day, somebody fighting out the school.
That's
Marcus
right.
and Maurice downstairs fighting, Mama. She like, boy, if you don't stop calling me.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, she did that, and Uncle Junior came and helped her with that. And we love you, Big Walt, Uncle Junior. January 28th, 2021, your nephew was shot. How did you hear about it, and how did that day go for you?
Well, I actually remember that day, like, well, now because they say when things happen, you remember everything. I don't know what happened January 27th. I don't know what happened January 26th, but January 28th, I remember very well. I actually went to school that day because we was on remote, and I remember snow on the ground. And actually, I was having a fairly good day. And actually, early that day, I was just talking to some youth because I had a student that was shot on January 26th, and I was just telling him, y'all, you gotta be careful out here, and he was probably like 2 years younger than Greg, but so around and kind of in my selfish way, when I got the phone call, I got it from Michelle. She was crying, and I heard Maurice's interview, I heard your interview, I heard everybody saying Lil Greg was shot, get to the hospital, but I didn't get that call. I got the call saying he was gone. I didn't get to hope and pray, in my selfish way. I wish I did get it because I missed a couple of calls. Maurice tried to call me like 3 times, but she just called me and said, she was crying hysterical. Somebody shot Lil Greg in a barbershop and somebody killed him. I'm like, what? It's 12 o'clock. What do you mean? So I kind of wish I got the phone call earlier and said that I wish I never get the phone call at all, but I wish I would kind of, had like some time to say, man, I hope he can make it. I got the call, he was gone, and I just got my stuff and just went home, and I couldn't even tell the kids. I had to tell Jay to tell kids because my son look at Lil Greg like his hero. Like he talked about Greg so much, and I thought he was gonna have to need some counseling, because that he's like his big cousin, and Greg spoke to him often, and Michaela is getting older right now, and she just they was having a hard time, and it was hard for me to break that news to him because to them, Lil Greg, was everything to them because, even though he was very popular, they were like, man, he still, reach out to us. I'm like, well, yeah, he your cousin. They look at him like totally different than we kind of looked at him. They like, man, they got a famous cousin. So it was hard for me to, tell them. I just waited for Maurice to come over here. Then we came over here. Then when I had to, we parked outside. I said, man, Maurice, we got to be strong for Greg because it was just hard. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
And I thank y'all for being strong for me. Y'all still being strong for me. I had this podcast for like a week and a half, and y'all pulled up on me already and helped me just talk. So
yeah, we're right, because I don't, with you and Nicole, I couldn't imagine, because I was there when he came home February 4th in 1996 when you were sitting in the front room like, Nicole finna go into labor. I don't know if you remember this. You were like, what should I do? I said, nigga, you need to get to the hospital. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? So I remember that.
Nani called me and told me.
Yeah, whoever called you, you was running back and forth. And I was just like, and it just seemed like, 24 years just seemed like that was like yesterday, so I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. You know what? I talked to Marcus, and I knew how, Lil Marcus, and I knew how much he was hurt, but what made me happy is that, a person sometimes when they go through troubles, they can get stuck in those troubles and they don't move forward. They just blame the rest of their life on this certain thing that happened, and they just, that stopped their life. What I heard my nephew, your son, say is, I'm the big cousin now.
Right.
He moving forward, because I know, Greg was his big cousin. I was the only big cousin that he had.
Right.
And, and I know that hurt him to lose that protector,
Right.
But I heard him say, I'm the big cousin now.
Definitely.
And so I see him moving forward, and that made me happy to see that he's able to,
And he used that energy. They dedicate everything, even Michaela, everything they do, just like the game when Kim was when they play on 28th. He was like, I'm going to win this game, And I'm like, it's okay to dedicate him, but, if you don't win, don't be like, I feel great, you know what I mean? So, because he down smiling at you right now, you know what I mean? Because I remember y'all going to the games with Greg over at Hyde Park. It's like, I'm doing the same thing, and just being happy that they happy, but they both do it. Of course, Mackenzie don't know nothing about it, but they both like dedicate like everything to him, you know what I mean? So, but if I'd be like, look here, if you don't win or if you don't pass this test, don't think you fail him. You know what I mean? That's my challenge.
Proud of
that's my challenge. You know what I mean? So they getting better though.
That's cool. That's cool. Definitely, man. Definitely. One more question for you, unless you got something else you want to share. The world. What would you want the world, to know about your nephew? Well,
of course, the world knew about the famous part, the Kobe Squad, whatever. Instagram. I ain't had people tell me that his cousin. I ain't never met him. They just be talking like, yeah, I know him. That's my cousin. I'm like, well, if you his cousin,
how are you related?
Yeah, right. Who am I? But I just he actually taught me. You and Nicole taught me how to be a parent, because when y'all was young, y'all had me and Maurice take care of him, you know what I mean? And I remember that one time I let him out, Junior let him out the house, and Greg was wandering around. He was like in the neighbor's backyard. I don't know if you remember this, and my mother was going off. Junior was like, well, I just let him out for a walk. She was like, God damn it, you don't let no 4-year-old out for no walk, you know what I mean? But, we is so busy playing, basketball, and me and Maurice was like, man, I think Greg starting to play, basketball because he see us play it, but he taught me how to kind of be a dad. And actually, you don't know this, I named Marcus after B because you named Greg after hell. I ain't know another name to name him. So I said, man, Greg did it. I'm a do it. So he's just my nephew, my cute, cool, nephew, and just the silliest thing. I'm gonna tell you this story. I remember one day going over 90 when I used to give him money. Now he used to give me, he had more money than me. But I remember he asked me can he get $20, $40, something? I can't remember that. I said, okay, great, I'm gonna come over there. I think I told you a story. So I pull up on Euclid, like I seen these guys in the front row. I mean on the porch. I'm like, where Greg at? Oh, he in the house. So I go in, not in the house. People sitting on the side. Like, where Greg at? Oh, he in the kitchen. I go in the kitchen. I see some guys in there. Where Greg at? I go upstairs. Greg freaking sleep. I'm like, Greg, how you sleep? And you got company? Yeah. I'm like, dude, what is, see, like, man, hey, Uncle, hey, they about to leave, but they ain't gone, you know what I mean? So this is just the small things I remember about him. He was always smiling. Like, I never knew that, I knew he got mad, but, when he was around me, he just like, what's up? Get that, just little small things, just around the house. But, yeah, but I'm definitely gonna miss him. But this is a good day and a good thing that you're doing. We celebrating him because he need to be celebrated. You know, so I'm glad. I don't want to be here the mood. But hey, he was 100.
He was 100.
That's right.
You say all them people was around him. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. He was loved.
Yeah.
My man, Daddy's Podcast. Thanks.
No doubt.
For coming
No doubt.
on.
All right.
Peace.
Cool.